Okay, good evening, class.
Good evening, madam.
Welcome to today's class. And before we begin our class, I want to know those who are present. Stella,
Present.
Joyce Machani,
Present.
Festus, Festus. Okay, so I can see all of you are in, and today we are going to learn something special on microbiology under the topic bacterial cell. And by the end of the lesson, you should be able to outline bacterial morphology and describe the structure.
Present.
Yes, and describe the structure and the function of bacterial organelles. So bacteria are a diverse group of single-cell microorganisms that are found in various environments all over the world. And when we say bacterial morphology, it simply refers to physical characteristics and shapes of bacterial cells. So bacteria, they are available, or they come in various shapes and sizes, and this helps us to classify and identify a bacteria. So bacteria are classified into four major shapes, which I will like one of you to read for us what you can see on the screen. Festus, I'll request you to read. Okay, Joyce?
We have the cocci,
Yes,
the bacilli,
yes,
and the spirilla.
yes. That was very good observation. We have the cocci, bacilli, and the spirochetes. We also have the spirilla and the fibrio. So we are going to see examples for each of these bacterial shapes. For example, in cocci, we have a very good example, which is Streptococcus pneumoniae, and we also have another one, which is Staphylococcus aureus. When we go to bacilli, we have Escherichia coli, and we have the spirilla. A very good example is the spirillum voluntans. And under spirochetes, we have a very good example, which is Treponema pallidum, which normally causes the syphilis. So, class, we are going to watch this video on functions of bacterial cell organelles, and then you shall be able to present what you will have identified from this video. Let's begin.
Today, we are going to take a closer look at the structure and function of a prokaryotic cell. Before, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already. Prokaryotic cells are the simplest and smallest living organisms. They are estimated to have been on Earth for 3.5 billion years. Prokaryotes can be divided into bacteria and archaea. Prokaryotes are found in many different environments, including soil, water, and the human body. The structure of a typical prokaryotic cell consists of several components. Firstly, many bacteria have an outermost layer of carbohydrates that is called the capsule. The capsule is sticky and helps the cell attach to surfaces in its environment. Also, prokaryotes possess a cell wall surrounding the cell. The cell wall provides structural support and protection for the cell. The composition of the cell wall can vary between different types of prokaryotic cells, but it is typically made up of peptidoglycan, a complex polymer of sugars and amino acids. Next, the inner of the cell is surrounded by a plasma membrane that acts as a barrier between the inside of the cell and the external environment. The plasma membrane is made up of lipids and proteins and is selectively permeable, meaning that only certain molecules can pass through it. Inside the cell, there is a region called the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is a gel-like substance that contains all of the cell's components and is site of many cellular processes. Not all, but many prokaryotes possess flagella. A flagellum is a long whip-like structure that allows the cell to move through liquid environments. Again, not all, but some prokaryotic cells have appendages such as pili. Pili, also known as fimbriae, are short, hair-like structures that help the cell attach to surfaces or other cells. This attachment is important for several bacterial processes, including colonization, biofilm formation, and infection. Prokaryotic cells have a circular piece of DNA called the nucleoid. The nucleoid contains all the genetic information of the cell and is not surrounded by a nuclear membrane like in eukaryotic cells. In addition to the nucleoid, prokaryotic cells may also contain plasmids, small circular pieces of DNA that can be transferred between cells. One of the most important organelles in the cytoplasm of a prokaryotic cell is the ribosome. Ribosomes are responsible for synthesizing proteins, which are the building blocks of life.
Okay, thank you, class. And now I want us to say our findings from the video that you have just watched. So I'll request the two of the class members to tell us their findings. Let me request Joyce, are you there? Kindly tell us what you identified.
Okay, thank you. I've seen the cytoplasm, which is it plays a function of gel-like substance where organelles are suspended. And also I've seen the flagella, and this flagella is for locomotion. Thank you.
Okay, that was a very good observation, Joyce. I would like to request Festus to also uh, tell us what he observed. Festus, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, kindly tell us what you observed.
Okay, from the video, we observed that a bacterial cell has a number of organelles, which includes the ribosomes, which are a site of protein synthesis. It has the cytoplasm, which is a shell-like substance where other organelles are suspended. We also have the nucleoid, which contains the genetic material.
Yes, thank you, Festus. That was very good observation, and I can say you were very attentive to this video. And now we have come to the end of our session, and I would like I'll request Festus to summarize for us this session. Kindly, Festus.
Okay, thank you. From our lesson today, we've learned that there are different shapes of bacterial cells. Like we have the cocci, we have the bacilli, we have the vibrio, we have the spirilla, and also we also have organelles in bacterial cell, which includes the capsule, the cell wall, plasma membrane, we have the cytoplasm, we also have the plasmid, and finally we have the ribosomes, where is the center for protein synthesis.
Yes, that was very good observation. And before we end our session, I have an assignment for you here, which I would like you to do it and present it before we come back for our next class next week. So the assignment is to draw a well-labeled bacterial cell structure, and we have come to the end of our session. Thank you. Have a good evening.